Hello fans! Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving deep into the latest drama unfolding in Port Charles with jaw-dropping developments for Wednesday, June 18th. From Sasha Gilmore's heart-pounding panic to Emma Scorpio Drake's unexpected revelation, and Brooklyn Quartermain's unrelenting thirst for revenge, there's no shortage of chaos in this beloved soap opera. Buckle up as we unpack each storyline with fresh insights, inventive twists, and intricate details that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Let's explore the tangled web of secrets, betrayals, and unexpected alliances that are set to shake up the lives of our favorite characters in ways we never saw coming. Sasha Gilmore's alarming crisis, a baby swap conspiracy? Kicking things off, Sasha Gilmore finds herself in the grips of sheer terror, and all signs point to Drew Quartermain as the mastermind behind her distress. The air is thick with tension as Sasha's world seems to crumble in a single, shattering moment. In a chilling preview clip, Drew's commanding presence looms large as he reminds Portia Robinson and Nina Reeves exactly who holds the reins of power in this dangerous game. His icy tone sends shivers down the spine, hinting at a ruthless plan already set in motion. Meanwhile, a distraught Sasha is seen clutching a tiny bundle in her arms, her voice trembling with desperation as she demands, "What have you done with her?" Nearby, Carly Spencer's expression of utter bewilderment mirrors the confusion of viewers at home. Could it be that the child Sasha holds isn't hers at all? The rumor mill is buzzing with speculation that Drew may have coerced Portia into orchestrating a sinister baby swap, a twisted maneuver to tighten his grip over the Corinthos family. Imagine the stakes. Michael Corinthos forced into an impossible dilemma, trading access to his own children for Willow Tate's peace of mind. But there's a glimmer of hope. Whispers suggest that Michael, alongside the ever-vigilant Jason Morgan, may have foreseen such a diabolical scheme. Sources hint they've taken drastic measures to safeguard Daisy and the other children, stashing them in a location even Drew's far-reaching influence can't touch. Could this be a rare misstep for Drew, or does he have another ace up his sleeve? As the hospital corridors hum with secrets, one thing is clear: Sasha's panic is just the tip of the iceberg in this unfolding nightmare. Emma Scorpio Drake's shocking discovery, a dangerous game of deception. Elsewhere in Port Charles, Emma Scorpio Drake stumbles upon a scene that could change everything she thought she knew. In a moment of pure chance, she catches Jocelyn Jax and Vaughn locked in what appears to be a passionate kiss. The sight stops Emma dead in her tracks, her mind racing with questions. But looks can be deceiving, and this steamy encounter might not be what it seems. Insiders suggest Vaughn is playing a high-stakes game of subterfuge, using the kiss as a clever ruse to maintain his carefully crafted cover. There's no genuine romance brewing here, at least, not yet, but the charade is crucial to keeping Henry Dalton's suspicions at bay. Emma, however, is no fool. Her instincts tell her there's more to this than meets the eye, and she's determined to dig deeper. A teaser reveals Jocelyn concocting a daring proposition for Vaughn, one that could turn Emma's curiosity into a powerful weapon. With Emma already hot on the trail of the enigmatic professor, Jocelyn sees an opportunity to align their interests. She knows Emma is itching to bring the professor down, haunted by past encounters that left her wary of his shadowy motives. But involving Emma is a gamble. Her tenacious nature could either be the key to unraveling the professor's secrets or a ticking time bomb that draws unwanted attention. Complicating matters further, Jack Brennan has issued a stern warning to keep Anna Devane far from this intricate web of deception. Emma's involvement risks dragging Anna into the fray, a move that could spell disaster for everyone. Will Jocelyn's bold idea pay off, or will it ignite a chain reaction of chaos no one can contain? The stakes couldn't be higher as Emma steps into a game far more dangerous than she realizes. Brooklyn Quartermain's revenge plot, a bitter rivalry intensifies. Finally, the simmering feud between Brooklyn Quartermain and Lulu Spencer reaches a boiling point, with no hope of reconciliation in sight. Maxie Jones had hoped to play the role of peacemaker, orchestrating a meeting to mend broken fences, but her efforts collapsed spectacularly. Lulu's refusal to admit her own faults, coupled with her petty jabs, only fanned the flames of Brooklyn's resentment. The fallout from their explosive confrontation has left Brooklyn more resolute than ever to settle the score. Her heart burns with a desire for retribution, and she's not above using every tool at her disposal to make Lulu pay. Enter Marco Rios, a charismatic yet conflicted ally in Brooklyn's quest for vengeance. In a tense exchange captured in the promo, Brooklyn poses a pointed question: doesn't Lulu deserve a taste of her own medicine? Her words drip with determination. And while many fans might nod in agreement, Marco's hesitation speaks volumes. Word on the street is that Marco harbors serious doubts about the morality of this mission. He's no stranger to Port Charles's underbelly, but crossing certain lines, especially for a personal vendetta, might be a step too far, even for him. Still, Brooklyn's persuasive charm and undeniable passion could sway him yet. Rumors swirl that her plan involves a carefully staged public humiliation for Lulu, leveraging Marco's knack for uncovering hidden truths to expose a vulnerability Lulu has fought to keep buried. Perhaps a long-forgotten scandal from Lulu's past will resurface at the worst possible moment, orchestrated by Brooklyn's cunning strategy. But revenge is a double-edged sword, and as Brooklyn pushes forward, she risks alienating those who still believe in her better nature. Will Marco fully commit to her cause, or will his reservations lead to a betrayal of his own? And more importantly, how far is Brooklyn willing to go to see Lulu brought to her knees? The battle lines are drawn, and in Port Charles, no one emerges from a war of vengeance unscathed. A storm brewing in Port Charles. What's next? As Wednesday's episode looms on the horizon, the residents of Port Charles brace themselves for revelations that could shatter lives and forge new alliances. Sasha's desperate search for answers about the baby in her arms promises to unearth a conspiracy that threatens to tear families apart. Emma's accidental discovery propels her into a labyrinth of lies, where every move could be her last. And Brooklyn's unyielding pursuit of justice, or is it revenge, sets the stage for a showdown that could ripple through the community for weeks to come. Each storyline weaves together a tapestry of suspense, heartbreak, and intrigue, reminding us why General Hospital remains a cornerstone of daytime drama. What hidden truths will come to light? Who will emerge victorious? And who will fall victim to the schemes of their rivals? Next, we're diving into the fiery feud that's setting Port Charles ablaze as Brooklyn Quartermain unleashes her inner Bensonhurst to finally put Lulu Spencer in her place. The tension between these two longtime rivals has reached an all-time high, with simmering grudges, devastating secrets, and raw emotions exploding in dramatic fashion. In this extended exploration, we'll delve into the intense drama from the June 16th episode of General Hospital, uncovering the layers of pain, betrayal, and vengeance that fuel this bitter rivalry. With creative rephrasings, inventive new details, and deeper insights into the characters' motivations, prepare for a comprehensive look at a storyline that promises to keep viewers glued to their screens. Let's unravel the chaos and see how far Brooklyn is willing to go to make Lulu pay for her relentless cruelty. Brooklyn's fierce comeback, unleashing her Brooklyn edge. In the heart of Port Charles, a storm is brewing, and Brooklyn Quartermain stands at its center, ready to fight tooth and nail against Lulu Spencer's incessant provocations. During the gripping June 16th episode, Brooklyn tapped into the gritty, unapologetic spirit of her namesake borough, Brooklyn, showing everyone she's not one to back down from a challenge. The clash began when Lulu, with a venomous smirk, hurled barbs about Giovanni Palmieri, taunting Brooklyn with the cruel jab, "It's no surprise he won't accept you." The words cut deep, dragging up a painful past that Brooklyn has fought hard to move beyond. Sources whisper that Lulu's attack was fueled by a century-old vendetta, a lingering resentment over Brooklyn's past attempt to sabotage her romance with Dante Falconeri. But Brooklyn had reached her breaking point. After enduring Lulu's smug refusal to apologize for her vicious behavior, Brooklyn let her emotions take over, delivering a resounding slap that echoed through the room. Witnesses say the air crackled with tension as Lulu doubled down, sneering about Brooklyn's strained relationship with her, a low blow that left onlookers gasping. This wasn't just a petty spat, it was a full-on war of words and wounds, with Brooklyn's raw fury shining through as a testament to her resilience. Fans couldn't help but cheer for her as she stood her ground against Lulu's unrelenting judgment, proving that the fiery spirit of Bensonhurst still burns bright within her. Lulu's cruel judgments, a lack of empathy exposed. As the dust settled from their explosive encounter, it became painfully clear that Lulu Spencer has no intention of showing compassion for Brooklyn's past struggles. For too long, Lulu has perched atop her moral high horse, casting harsh criticisms without a shred of understanding for the agonizing choices Brooklyn faced as a frightened, pregnant teenager. Back then, Brooklyn made the heart-wrenching decision to give her baby up for adoption, a choice shrouded in secrecy and sorrow. She never shared the truth with Dante, perhaps to spare both of them the unbearable pain of revisiting that loss. In her mind, the child had found a loving home, a belief that offered some solace until the shocking revelation at the nurses' ball shattered everything. Along with the rest of Port Charles, Brooklyn learned that Joe was in fact her and Dandy's son, a bombshell that tore open old wounds. Lulu, however, had no right to weaponize this private pain. Her decision to confront Lois Trullo in such a public, callous manner during the nurses' ball was nothing short of reckless, upending lives and deeply hurting Joe in the process. Insiders reveal that Lulu justified her actions with a self-righteous claim that Dante deserved to know, but her method cornering Lois with threats in front of a crowd was unforgivable. Adding insult to injury, Lulu seems oblivious to her own flaws, ignoring the mistakes that litter her past. Many argue she should be applauding Brooklyn's courage for navigating a teen pregnancy under such daunting circumstances, especially since Lulu herself faced a similar crossroads at 17. Pregnant with Dylan Quartermain's child, Lulu made the firm decision to terminate the pregnancy, standing unwavering against any interference. If anyone should empathize with Brooklyn's need for autonomy over deeply personal choices, it's Lulu. Yet, her blatant hypocrisy and lack of remorse continue to fan the flames of this feud. Brooklyn's quest for retribution, a taste of her own medicine. With wounds still fresh and tempers flaring, Brooklyn Quartermain is gearing up to turn the tables on Lulu Spencer in a way that promises to be both shocking and satisfying. Rumors are swirling that Brooklyn is plotting to expose Lulu's carefully hidden lies. Determined to give her rival a taste of her own medicine, this upcoming storyline may tie into whispers of Britt Westburn's potential return to Port Charles, adding an extra layer of intrigue to an already volatile situation. Brooklyn's anger isn't just about the slap or the taunts. It's about Lulu's audacious claim of never having deceived her own children, a statement that reeks of hypocrisy given Lulu's history of questionable decisions. Close confidants suggest Brooklyn feels betrayed by Lulu's refusal to respect the boundaries of her personal pain, a choice she believed was safely kept between herself and her mother, Lois. Why should Brooklyn bear the burden of guilt for shielding her heart from a trauma she wasn't ready to relive? As the plan for vengeance takes shape, there's talk of Brooklyn uncovering a long-buried secret from Lulu's past, perhaps a forgotten deception involving her own family that could unravel Lulu's pristine image in the eyes of her loved ones. Imagine the fallout if Brooklyn orchestrates a public revelation at a high-profile event, mirroring the humiliation Lulu inflicted at the nurses' ball. Some speculate that Britt's return could serve as the catalyst, with her own history of tangled alliances providing the perfect ammunition for Brooklyn's scheme. But revenge is a dangerous game in Port Charles, and while Brooklyn's thirst for justice burns hot, there's a risk she might alienate those who still see her as a victim rather than a victor. Will she succeed in humbling Lulu, or will her actions ignite an even fiercer counterattack? One thing is certain, Lulu is about to learn that in this town, what you give is exactly what you get. The fallout in Port Charles, a rivalry that shapes lives. As the saga between Brooklyn and Lulu unfolds, the ripples are felt far beyond their personal battlefield, touching the lives of everyone in Port Charles. Brooklyn's fierce stand against Lulu's cruelty has reignited debates about forgiveness, accountability, and the weight of past decisions. Her determination to fight back, fueled by the energy of her Brooklyn roots, has fans rooting for her to finally claim the respect she deserves. Meanwhile, Lulu's harshness and refusal to acknowledge her own missteps paint her as a deeply flawed antagonist, one whose lack of empathy could be her ultimate downfall. With whispers of Britt Westburn's return and the looming threat of exposed secrets, this feud is poised to reshape alliances and shatter illusions in the weeks ahead. What other skeletons lie hidden in Lulu's closet, and how will Brooklyn wield them to even the score? Can these two women ever find common ground, or are they destined for a never-ending cycle of vengeance? Next, we're diving into the heart-wrenching turmoil surrounding the Corinthos custody case, a storyline that has gripped fans with its raw emotion and shocking twists. As the battle for Wiley and Amelia unfolds, the spotlight falls on Willow Tate, whose devastating loss in court has left her world shattered. Meanwhile, Sonny Corinthos and Jason Morgan weigh in with their perspectives, but are they truly seeing the full picture of Willow's pain? In this expanded exploration, we'll unpack the latest developments with fresh creativity, newly imagined details, and deeper insights into the characters' struggles. From Willow's tragic spiral to the moral dilemmas facing the Corinthos family. Join us as we navigate the stormy seas of Port Charles drama and ponder what lies ahead for a mother pushed to her breaking point. The Corinthos custody verdict, a crushing blow for Willow. The corridors of Port Charles are buzzing with the aftermath of a custody battle that has torn the Corinthos family apart at the seams. In a stunning turn of events, Michael Corinthos emerged victorious, securing sole custody of Wiley and Amelia, stripping their mother, Willow Tate, of her parental rights in a decision that has left many reeling. While some breathe a sigh of relief for Michael's win, others can't help but question the fairness of a ruling that seems to punish Willow with unrelenting severity. Fans watched in dismay as Willow's emotional outburst during the court proceedings was weaponized against her, with critics quick to label her breakdown as justification for the judge's harsh verdict. But let's pause and reflect on loving parents supposed to fiercely advocate for their children's emotional and psychological well-being. In the real world, it often takes far more than a momentary lapse to warrant such a drastic measure as losing custody. Imagine if every misstep or heated argument led to such consequences, countless families would be torn asunder over far less. The whispers in Port Charles suggest that Willow's fate was sealed not just by her actions, but by a system and a family too quick to cast judgment without considering the depth of her despair. As the dust settles, one question lingers: has anyone truly taken the time to understand what Willow needs to heal from this gut-wrenching loss? Sunny and Jason's perspective, foreshadowing a dark future. In the wake of the court's decision, Sunny Corinthos and Jason Morgan have taken it upon themselves to dissect the fallout of Michael's custody triumph. Their conversation, as revealed in recent recaps, paints a picture of unwavering support for Michael, with Jason staunchly asserting that sole custody is the best path forward for the children's stability. But let's be real, since when did Jason become the ultimate authority on Wiley and Amelia's needs? Their dialogue reeks of a bias that overlooks the profound bond between a mother and her children, a bond that doesn't simply vanish with a judge's gavel. Sunny, ever the patriarch, expresses a seemingly compassionate hope that Willow continues to get the help she needs, yet there's an undeniable undertone of finality in his words, as if her downward spiral is a foregone conclusion. Rumor has it their discussion might be an ominous preview of what's to come for Willow, a future steeped in darkness and despair. Insiders speculate that their lack of empathy could be the very catalyst that pushes Willow over the edge, hinting at a mental and emotional collapse that's been brewing beneath the surface for far too long. Could Sunny and Jason's well-intentioned but misguided stance be the final straw that seals Willow's tragic fate, or is there still a chance for someone to intervene before it's too late? Willow's heartbreaking choices, a mother's downfall. There's no denying that Willow Tate has stumbled down a path paved with questionable decisions, choices that have cast long shadows over her marriage, her relationship with Drew Quartermain, and, most critically, her role as a mother. From romantic entanglements that muddied her judgment to actions that raised eyebrows among even her staunchest supporters, Willow's missteps have undeniably complicated her life. Some argue these errors could leave lasting scars on Wiley and Amelia, a concern that weighs heavily on the minds of those who love them. Yet, the decision to award Michael full custody feels less like a protective measure and more like a deliberate blow designed to crush Willow's spirit entirely. Sources close to the family reveal that Willow was a pillar of strength until the relentless campaign to sever her from her children took its toll, leaving her a shell of her former self. Before the court's ruling, she wasn't teetering on the brink of a breakdown. Her near catatonic state emerged only after losing the very heart of her world. And now, whispers suggest her ordeal is far from over. The rumor mill churns with tales of an impending mental break, one that could unleash a side of Willow that's been dormant, buried under layers of grief and guilt. Could this loss awaken something darker within her, a hidden facet of her psyche that mirrors the turmoil of her late sister, Nell Benson? The parallels are chilling, and the path ahead for Willow looks bleaker than ever. A connection to Nell, Willow's descent into darkness. As the storm clouds gather over Willow's future, Port Charles is abuzz with speculation about where her emotional collapse might lead. Losing custody of Wiley and Amelia is a wound so deep it could alter the very essence of who Willow is, and some believe this tragedy might forge an unexpected link to her twin sister, Nellie, a woman whose own life was defined by chaos and destruction. According to the latest General Hospital rumors, the agony of being separated from her children could be the key that unlocks a long-suppressed side of Willow, one that echoes Nell's volatile nature. Imagine the horror for Nina Reeves, who has already endured the loss of one daughter to darkness, now watching helplessly as her other child teeters on the brink of a similar fate. Insiders hint that Willow's breakdown might manifest in reckless behaviors or shocking revelations, perhaps a desperate attempt to reclaim her children through underhanded means, or a confrontation with Michael that spirals into uncharted territory. There's even talk of a mysterious figure from Nell's past resurfacing, someone who could prey on Willow's vulnerability to pull her deeper into a web of deception. For Nina, this is the ultimate nightmare, a fear that history will repeat itself in the most devastating way. What's next for Willow is shrouded in uncertainty, but one thing is clear: the loss of her children has opened a Pandora's box of pain, and the consequences could reshape the Corinthos family forever. Port Charles at a crossroads. What lies ahead? The Corinthos custody case has left an indelible mark on Port Charles, stirring debates about justice, compassion, and the true meaning of family. Willow Tate's plight has exposed the harsh realities of a system and a community that often prioritizes judgment over understanding, leaving a loving mother to bear the weight of an unimaginable loss. Sonny and Jason's unwavering support for Michael raises uncomfortable questions about whether their loyalty blinds them to Willow's desperate need for support. With rumors of a mental break on the horizon and eerie connections to Nell Benson looming, the path forward for Willow is fraught with peril. Will anyone step in to offer her the lifeline she so desperately needs, or will her spiral into darkness become a self-fulfilling prophecy? And how will the children fare in the midst of this bitter divide, caught between a father's victory and a mother's heartbreak? The drama in General Hospital continues to captivate, reminding us that in Port Charles, every decision carries a ripple effect that can change lives forever. Stay tuned to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel for all the latest updates, and let us know in the comments what you think Willow's next move should be. Until next time, keep watching for more shocking twists and emotional turns.